Oh my god, there we go. You can finally bloody hear me. Jesus Christ. Max can be lame when it comes to stuff like this. Anyway, how are you all doing? I've been talking to myself for the past, what, 3.5 minutes? So basically what happened was, what's up with this sound, fam? No sound. I know, I've been trying to sort it out. Oh shit, now I can hear myself. Fuck. Turn this shit off. Jesus Christ. Anyway, well, I actually started off the podcast, got like 5 minutes in, and it turned out that there was no sound. It's so lame. At least I caught on early. But anyway, welcome to today's Tasteful Moustache. This is the first time ever, but I fucking love Mondays. These podcasts are nice. It gives me like a good time to sort of chill, have a cup of tea, and just really voice my opinions, which is what I love to do. So basically, today we're going to talk about Gary Vaynerchuck's book, Crushing It, this year in gaming, this year in music, about guests that are going to be coming on in the future, and basically my future projects. And I kind of want to keep this loose, informal, you know, like we normally do. It's just, I like it that way. This is a nice time for me to just talk to you face to face, no filter, no editing, which is a double-edged blade, because sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing. But, you know, we'll find out. It'll be fucking fun either way. So we're going to start off with Gary Vaynerchuck's book, Crushing It. Well, I basically, a funny story about it. So I went to Waterstones on Friday to pick it up. And as to be expected, it was sold out. And I basically went up to the counter, asked the guy, you know, when it was coming in stock. He actually thought I was talking about a Russian book for some fucked up reason. It took me like 10 minutes to tell him that I was talking about crushing it. He thought I was saying like trushing it or some shit. I mean, I know my English is bad, but come on, dude, that's just insulting, man. But he said the next shipment were coming in for Monday. And I could have gone back and gotten it today, but I thought I'd check on Amazon. It was 20 quid in Waterstones. I checked on Amazon, 12 quid. The beauty of Amazon in the UK is that it's so goddamn cheap. So I looked at it, it was 12 quid, and I ordered it for not only next day delivery, but before 1 p.m. And it still cost 50p cheaper than if I went to the fucking store. Like, damn, that's good. But now we're actually going to get into it. So those of you that don't know, Gary Vaynerchuk, he was born in Russia, and his family moved over to the States. And his family owned a wine business that he helped grow from $6 million turnover, I think, to 60 million. It's something like that in a couple of years. His head's screwed on. You know, he knows what he's talking about. The main thing he's known for is investing in Snapchat, in Facebook, Musically, all that sort of jazz, and Uber as well. He's been pretty good at all that sort of stuff. But his books, it's a self-help book. I'm quite new to these self-help books. It's good. I can't help but read it in his voice, to be quite honest. He's a very very charismatic individual. It's good so far. I'm about 100 odd pages in, and it's good. There's one thing I'm actually really looking forward to is there's a whole chapter on how to improve your podcasts. So it's all about social media basically, and ways that you can promote your personal brand on social media, how you can improve your audience in social media, and just everything in general, entrepreneurial related, in terms of personal brand, mostly. But though it can be applied to a wide variety of situations, that's what he was going for. And it works, you know. It is a good book so far. I'll get back to you once I finished it. It shouldn't take too long for me to finish it. I mean, read's in my name. Although I'm fucking illiterate, I can read decent. It takes a lot of time, but I get there in the end. It's a long and treacherous process, but it works. Get there in the end. So, yeah, like I said, I think it's decent. I'm quite new to these books, but at the same time, I think I would pick up some more. You've still got to be very, I don't know, you've got to be very realistic. It's very easy to read them books and think, well, I'm all of these things, even if you're not. It's easy to put yourself on a high pedestal, when really that's just going to be detrimental in the long run. You need to really be true with yourself. I mean, you know, you're only lying to yourself. I mean, no one else really gives a shit. So it's definitely good. I'll have to come back to it. And also, because I only market on Instagram. I don't know how the fuck to use Snapchat to market, how to use Facebook to market, or Twitter. And it has individual chapters for each. So I'm definitely going to learn quite a bit from this book, which I really need, to be quite honest. It also has stuff about Musical.ly. Now, if you guys have seen my YouTube video about Musical.ly, you'll know that I'm not a great fan of it, but maybe I just don't understand it. I don't know how it works. I mean, to be honest, I'm probably not going to take into, you know, I'm not actually going to go on Musical.ly and fucking use it, but it'd be nice to understand the platform a little bit better, even if I don't use it, you know? But anyway, so last week, we was going to go over this year in gaming, but we sort of ran out of time, and I wanted to save it for this podcast. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to keep it really loose, though. As per usual, we're going to Google the games that are coming out this year. Let's have a look. Games 2018. See how minimalistic we can get our Google search. Monster Hunter World is definitely something I'm going to look into. I mean, the Monster Hunter games. I played the Monster Hunter game that was on the 3DS. That was really good. I enjoyed that. I haven't actually looked into Monster Hunter World, but you know, it's definitely something I'd want to try. Far Cry 5. You know what? I played Far Cry, was it Far Cry Instincts? I remember playing that game. That game was good. I didn't play any of the others. I think Far Cry 3, a family member played, and I watched them play it. It looked like a really good game. And they cast, what's his face, real life Tetsuo to play the maniac person. I can't remember, what is his name? We need to learn his name. We can't keep calling him real life Tetsuo. Oh, I'm gonna have to Google this. Let me find out what his name is. But honestly, that dude would play a good Tetsuo. And also, I think a good Cletus Cassidy. I remember right. What's his name? I think he was in Lost. I'm pretty sure he was in Lost. Okay, I don't think he was. Oh shit, the Ratcatcher from The Strain was in it. That's another show I finished recently. I have to talk about that in a minute. He was in what was he in? Justified. Let's actually find out his name. There he is, Walton Goggins. I fucking love that name, man. It's a sick name. Right, we have Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I mean, the first one is pretty damn good. Need I say more? I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah, definitely gonna pick that one up. Looks amazing. Oh, Spider-Man PS4. Can we just take a minute to appreciate where that game's going? I mean, they better not do an EA and fuck it up right at the last minute, because the promotional footage at the minute, amazing. I mean, it just looks so great. And, I mean, as I mentioned in previous podcasts, probably my favorite game of all time. It's up there. It's definitely up there. I think I'd say it's my favorite is Spider-Man 2. I love that game. The amount of hours I spent on it as a kid was just crazy. The open world was amazing. The swinging felt great. You know, it really felt like you was Spider-Man. And I fucking loved that. And need I say, the pizza theme, for those of you guys that know, it's fucking great. It's amazing. There's actually a video of a dude dancing to it. And it is amazing. It is the best thing I've ever seen on the internet. And I've seen a lot of things on the internet. But yeah, Spider-Man PS4 looks great. Good old Insomniac Games. Hold on, I'm going to take a sip of my tea for you non-viewing people who are listening on iTunes. iTunes and Podbean and other such platforms. I'm still trying to work out how to get onto Google Play. I think that's just an American thing. I don't think it's available for my region yet. That's what it keeps saying, but surely it'd be available for the UK. I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, Insomniac Games, I mean, they have a really good track record. I mean, they made Spyro, which was just, you know, great. I always loved Spyro. Like, honestly, as a kid, I used to play all the Spyro games. They were great on the PS1. Oh my god, it was amazing. Sunset Overdrive, Ratchet and Clank. I'm just gonna leave that there. It's going pretty damn good. So we also have some games that I haven't heard of. We got Sea of Thieves. What game's this? Let's read the description. It's an upcoming action-adventure video game developed by Rare. Okay. Let's have a look at the developer, see what else they've... Oh my god, how did I... My god, they made GoldenEye 007. Banjo-Kazooie. Oh shit, yeah, Rare, of course. Me and Dan were talking about Rare in our first podcast. Yeah, shit. Oh, that's really cool. Let's see if we can see like a brief little description real quick. So it's a pirate-themed action game, played from first person. Cool. Cross-platform between... Whoa, my mouse went really fucking big there for no reason. So basically, it's just an open world. Everyone has different roles. Embark on quests, collect loot, engage in combat with other players. Oh, that sounds really cool. I'm looking forward to that. That I might actually pick that up. That sounds decent. Got God of War. Sounds good. Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now, I haven't actually played any of the Dragon Ball games. I've heard that they're really good, and you know what? I might pick this up just to, you know, see what all the hype's about, you know? I mean, you know, they got to be popular for a reason, you know? Oh, we've also got Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3. Cool. Ni no Kuni 2. Oh man, I played a little bit of the first one. The first one was released when like I wouldn't have had any money of my own, so I didn't buy the game. I played the free trial, and man, I hated when that trial was up. I still haven't played the full game, but the world building is just insane. It is such a graphically amazing world to look at, and because it's in ties with Studio Ghibli, if I remember correctly. I know it's got something to do with Studio Ghibli. Let's have a look. It's got level 5. They done the Professor Layton games. I can see where the influence came there. But it's really good. The world's great. It's a JRPG, and it just does a really good job of being a fun game. Like, so many games are just so serious and take themselves so seriously, and it's just detrimental in the long run. I mean, you need to have that balance between taking it too seriously and not taking it seriously enough. Which, nice little quick shameless little plug here, which is what the original Star Wars from 1977 done. Now, I'm actually writing a script for why that film was so successful. Well, I say I'm currently writing the script. I actually finished it at 5:30 this morning. So we're going to start recording that, recording the vocals for it. I'm going to live stream it on Instagram at Jordan_Reed. So British time, 1 o'clock, be there or be square or whatever the fuck the young'uns say these days. But yeah, and also I'm doing basically sort of like a partner sort of series, like a sister series called Behind the Reel, where we basically go in depth about stories to do with the production, how it was made, and just really delving into these movies. So keep an eye out for that, or follow me on Instagram to stay updated. So what else have we got here? Soul Calibur 6. Is that 6? Yeah, that's 6. My Roman numerals are a little off. I remember playing Soul Calibur 4. I had that on the PS3, if I remember rightly, and you had Yoda and stuff in it, which kind of ruined it a little bit. But it was alright. I'm going to take another swig of my tea. Oh my god, tea is just fucking great. Oh yeah, you got the Yoshi game coming out on the Switch. Looks alright so far. I like the whole flipping the world mechanic. It's definitely unique, which is something that Nintendo are really good at, including with the Labo, which we will talk about later. Project Octopath Traveler, another Switch game. That's isn't that by Square Enix or Square Enix? Yeah, Square Enix. They're designing it. They're the ones that done the Final Fantasy games, for those of you that don't know. So I have high hopes for that. It's an RPG. It's got a unique art style. Definitely looking forward to trying it out. I do love me a good JRPG. Civ 6. Well, I know where the majority of my mates' times are going to be spent. Like, honestly, you buy a Civ game and you're getting your money's worth because you're not leaving that fucking world. Well, also, so right, okay, so we reached the end of the list. Let's go back over some of the games that that are coming out this year. So Nintendo Labo. Nintendo selling cardboard at retail game price. But the one thing people do overlook is that you're not paying for the cardboard, you're paying for the game and paying for the experience. But in my honest opinion, cardboard's flimsy as shit. Like, as soon as you're done playing, kids are going to put it behind the sofa or someone's going to tread on it and fuck it up. Granted, you can buy the templates on their website, but at the same time, I just think it's really gimmicky, you know? It's like Wii Sports was really fun at first, but then it just became really gimmicky. The same with motion controls in general, was they started off really innovative and engaging, but they became a bit too much, you know, a bit too much effort to use and not really worth it, you know, for the experience that you're getting. And I can really see that being the case with Nintendo Labo. Nintendo, prove me wrong, you know. Like, see, the thing is I'm very cynical, but I don't want these companies to fail. I want them to surprise me, you know. I don't want to be disappointed. I want to be surprised. So definitely, you know, just keep trying, guys. You got this. What else have we got coming this year? We got the you got the Pokemon RPG. Now people are speculating that it's going to come out this year. Who knows if it's going to come out this year? I certainly don't. I can't see into the future, although I'm pretty fucking epic. I can't do that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Game Freak and Nintendo have in store for us. If they do the same sort of treatment that they done to Zelda, then that's going to be great. And by treatment, I don't mean making it open world and changing the game style drastically. I just mean adding a new lease of life to the property. Because even if it's just a graphical update and the gameplay is still exactly the same, I'd be fine with that, to be quite honest. I don't want them to make it too different. Then again, I don't want it to be too the same, if that makes sense. I don't want it to be the same as the others. I do want it to be different, but I don't want it to be too different. You know, I swear to fuck, if they say that it's like a Pokemon Snap 2, I'm going to top myself. Everyone loves that game, but I want a proper RPG, and they have said it's a proper RPG, so I have hope, but still that one little bit of cynicism in me, and I'm not going to let it up. Yeah. We also have this year in music. Let's see who's producing stuff this year. Now, this list is going to be a lot shorter, most likely. Music 2018. Well, these are all people that I've never heard of. Holy fuck, what? Judas Priest is still making songs. Oh my god, I need to listen to that. It's called Lightning Strike. I'm not going to listen to it on stream because I'll get copyright striked, but that's sick. I'm totally going to check that out. I want to see what it's like. Muse also released a new song. I need to listen to that, which hasn't come up on this list. The Vaccines album. It's out. Well, it's not out. Some of the songs have been released. You know what? I don't know if that album's out. Let's have a bit of a gander. Where are we at? The Vaccines Combat Sport. No, it's not out yet. Let's see what year it comes out, or what date it comes out. I know it comes out 2018. They released 2 songs for it. I wasn't a big fan of Nightclub, but I Can't Quit is just fucking great. Vaccines album release date. Let's find out real quick. See, I know this isn't as sort of formal. I'm just kind of here Googling shit, but I think I prefer it that way. It's a lot more sort of personal, chilled, you know, it's just nice. Right. Because I'm going to go see them in April 2018, the Vaccines. I'm not sure when their album actually releases. It will release on March 30th, 2018. The day after my birthday. That should be a nice belated birthday present. I look forward to hearing that. So. Oh my god. There are so many albums that have been released this year. Okay. Apparently Black Veil Bride's never been a big fan of them. Fallout Boy. That's decent. I don't mind Fallout Boy. They're okay. I'll go check them out at some point. Of Mice and Men, same with them, to be quite honest. Let's see who else we got. MGMT. They have some classics. I have to check that out. Judas Priest, as I said before, I'm still pretty surprised at that. I didn't realize that they still sort of made music. But that's definitely a nice little bit of information to know. Shinedown. I only ever liked one of their songs, which was Bully. Well, in actual fact, I've only ever heard one of their songs, so I might have to check them out a little bit more. Five Finger Death Punch. Never listened to them. Unscheduled and to be announced. Oh, 1975. They're okay. They're a little bit white girl, but sometimes some of their stuff's really chill, and I kind of like that, but the majority of it is white girl. Arctic Monkeys. What can I say? Freaking great. Freaking great. Oh shit. No swearing on this Christian podcast. Muse, like I said before, they released their song The Offspring. Holy shit, The Offspring are making an album this year. Fuck, I can't wait for that. I was actually listening to The Offspring before this podcast. I love The Offspring. They're fucking great. The Prodigy, you know, need I say more? They're great. If you heard that, that was my little little pop-up telling me that I need to edit and upload this podcast. We can do that in a minute. Or in a bit. I'm kind of happy just sort of sitting. That's really cool. I like that. There are going to be some good albums coming. I also heard Slipknot planning the release of their next album in 2019. Oh, that's going to be good. There was an interview with Corey Taylor where he said that the album, like the next album, he's currently writing lyrics for these songs, and he's getting demos sent through, and he's like, these are fucking dark. And for Corey Taylor to say that something's dark, boy, I'm well excited. I mean, I thought The Grey Chapter was great. I really like the new turn they're making, but they also said that they're going to go back to their roots a little bit more, which I'm pretty sure everyone's okay with. Generally, when it comes to music, going back to your roots is always a good thing. I mean, you got popular for a reason. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's like The Killers. The Killers are great, but their new shit is atrocious. It's just so completely different. You can tell that they're pandering to the masses. Same with the Kaiser Chiefs. I probably ranted about them way too many times, so I'm just going to stop giving them the light of day. Their old stuff's always been amazing, but their new stuff, a bit lackluster. So anyway, let's move on. What's the next topic we got on here? Right, guests coming on in the future. So, maybe not with Retro Rush. We was in talks, things were looking really good. He was really excited to come on, and basically he hasn't responded. I don't know whether he's just busy. I mean, that could always be the case, but, you know, chances are, because we was going to schedule it for this week, which is why I'm doing this podcast alone today. So we'll have to see how that goes. The podcast with Cece, that's next week. It's loosely scheduled in for Monday. We need to, obviously work on a time, but it's pretty decent. I think that one will definitely be funny. Definitely tune in for that. You can follow me on Instagram to keep updated. Also, this is a newcomer. I went onto the podcast subreddit for the first time in like a year, and I scrolled down, and someone was just like, I kind of want to come on a podcast with someone, and I literally just instantly messaged like, dude, hey buddy, what's up? I have a podcast. Do you want to talk? Do you want to, add me on Instagram and Twitter? He was like, I don't have Instagram, I have Twitter. So you can follow him at Arcade Salad. I'm looking forward to getting to know this dude. He seems really cool. He plays indie games on YouTube with the same username, Arcade Salad, and also makes music. So definitely go check him out. He should be on the week after next, so the week after CC's podcast. We'll see how it goes. So, when it comes to my projects in general, I briefly mentioned that I'm doing my series Why It Was Successful and Behind the Reel. It took me a moment there. So basically, why it was successful, we delve really deep into why it got popular at the time it was released, the cinematography, the score, the editing, the writing, the acting, the characters, the plot, just everything. So that's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be about a 15-20 minute video, which is nice. I kind of like producing them longer videos. And Behind the Reel is going to be stories about how it was made, the extent, like stories on set, all that sort of jazz. I think it's going to be great. I really like producing these videos. So I'm doing the original Star Wars this time around. Follow me on Instagram yet again to keep updated at Jordan_Reed. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, this has been nice. This has definitely been a nice chill. We had a bit of a rough start, but we got there in the end. For those of you that had the beginning bit cut out, I recorded the first 3 minutes of the podcast and was like really charismatic, and it turned out the mic wasn't recording. And then I started re-recording again, and it still wasn't capturing audio. So we finally got there in the end, but it's been fun. And I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, stay tasteful, San Diego. Or San Diego.